Hey there once again, Wildcat fans. Welcome back to another LC Men's Soccer Coaches Show as we chat here with Coach Claudy St. Louis about a couple of non-conference games last week, so some little bit of a different lineups and things for those matches. But the guys returned to ASC play this week. A couple road tests, actually the last two road matches of the season as they go to ETBU and Laterno this Thursday and Saturday, and we'll get into all that in just a few minutes. But first, Claudy, I wanted to talk about last week. Like we said, it was two non-conference matches. You had Spring Hill on Tuesday, and then you traveled down to William Carey on Tuesday, and then you traveled to Spring Hill on Saturday down in Mobile. And we talked about it last week, an opportunity for you to kind of see some other guys in some different spots and kind of figure out where they can fit in maybe for this last stretch of conference matches. So talk to me about that specific part of last week's game plans.
Yeah, I think that part actually played out. I think we were able to see, like you said, some guys in some new positions, some guys that I think will help us greatly moving forward. Mm-hmm. Some guys who hadn't gotten a lot of minutes due to injuries or other things were able to step up and kind of give us a performance and show that they deserve at the very least more minutes. And so I think we probably saw two or three players that I believe will have increased minutes coming this week and the final week as well.
So obviously it wasn't necessarily the outcome that you would hope for results-wise as far as the score line there on the end. But, I mean, do you feel like it was beneficial for you to play? I mean, because to have these non-conference games so late in the conference season, I mean, does that help you in any ways?
Well, yeah, for us, obviously, unlike the women, we don't have sole Ross in our conference, so we just had a big gap in the schedule. So I think it was good in the terms of exactly what we got to do. See players. We have a lot of players on the roster, so people who were injured or just didn't get many minutes were able to show me in games what they can do. So as you said, for William Carey, we came out with a completely different lineup. In Mobile, we changed up a lot of things. We rotated a lot of players, so we got to see a lot of people. I'm pretty sure in William Carey, we might have played like 28 or 29 players, so it was a lot of players getting an opportunity. So it served its purpose. Like you said, the results weren't what we would hope they were, but it did serve its purpose.
Yeah. All right, well, let's move into to this week's matches. Like you said, a couple more conference games against ETBU and Laterno. What can you tell us about these? I mean, obviously these are big, the final four matches of the season as we return to conference play. So what can we tell you? What can you tell us about this week?
I think it should be a good week for us, hopefully. ETBU, I guess, is the only team behind us in the conference. Laterno is not too many spots in front of us. I told my guys that I believe if we were able to win out, we could probably squeeze into the conference tournament. But it starts with a big performance. Now, ETBU being behind us, they still have a better overall record. They just haven't won in conference. And watching tape on them, it's not going to be an easy match by any means. But I do think it should be a weekend where we can go in there and should be able to take 6 points from that.
So with that kind of in mind, and I mean, the guys kind of knowing what's at stake here this week, I mean, do you feel like I know it's still early in the week, but do you feel there's some added pressure on them because of, what potentially could lay in front of them?
I do think so, but I think they're responding to it very well. Not to mention some of those changes we made from the previous week, games, I think is benefiting the team very well. This morning we had a very good practice, and things just seem to be clicking. It's one of those things also, it's just sad that because the team was so young, they're finally starting to get, everything together, but the season is winding down. So hopefully, we could just pull out these victories and see if we can squeeze in. At the end of the day, I just want them to play as best as they can and give their all,
And like you said, a lot of young guys on the team, like I think 3 seniors really that play. So do you feel like once crunch time gets here, obviously as a coach, you hope that these freshmen will be able to step up and make some plays, but there's got to be a little bit of trepidation to say, are they going to be able to do it?
Absolutely. Obviously, I don't think in this season we haven't dealt well with pressure. There have been games we've been ahead. There's been games that have been close, and we just haven't figured it out to pull it out. It's just one of those things that they just have to learn kind of thing. And at some point, they're just going to have to switch on that, hey, this is the goals. We want to make conference, and we need to win games. So hopefully they grow up kind of, so to speak, in these last couple of weeks. But without even if we don't win, I've seen growth in them, and I know
Yeah.
that moving forward we will be all right.
Yeah. All right, well, there you have it, folks. Again, be sure to check our website for stream links and live stats and all that sort of stuff. Again, they play on Thursday night in Marshall against ETBU, and they'll go back to the area, Longview, on Saturday afternoon against Laterno. Last 2 road matches of the season, and like you heard, some big opportunities for the Wildcat men. So, Claudy, thanks again for joining us. Be sure to follow them on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Well, we're on YouTube, but you can find all the information you need about Louisiana College men's soccer all over the interwebs, and be sure to check lcwildcats.net for the latest results and schedules. Claudy, thanks for joining us. I'm Brad Welburn. We'll see you next week.